Right, well, that's not what we wanted, but it'll do. Okay, so hello and welcome back to another video. Today is the match review of the Chelsea versus Aston Villa game, and it has literally just finished 1-1. First goal was, I'm happy with it. I'll explain it all later, but the goals were from Olivier Giroud on the 34th minute, and also from Anwar El Ghazi on the 50th minute. Okay, so starting off with the lineup. Aston Villa went out and rocked a 4-2-3-1 with Emi Martinez in goal, Matty Cash at right back, Ezri Konsa and Courtney Halls at centre backs, with Matt Targett at left back. In the midfield they had Douglas Luiz and John McGinn. In the number 10 role they had Jack Grealish. On the left they had El Ghazi, on the right they had Bertrand Traore with Ollie Watkins up front. And for Chelsea, as you can see, we rocked a 4-3-3 with Mendy in goal, right back Azpilicueta, two centre backs Rudiger and Christensen, which obviously every Chelsea fan would have rather Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma, but I guess we literally played 48 hours ago. It's Monday and we last played on Saturday evening, so maybe they're not fit. At left back we had Ben Chilwell, who somehow managed to come back from that quite horrible ankle twist roll sort of thing against West Ham. In the midfield we had Jorginho in the number 6 role, and Mason Mount and N'Golo Kante in the number 8 roles. Christian Pulisic was deployed on the left wing, Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right wing, and Olivier Giroud up top. Okay, so now the goals. Olivier Giroud's goal, it came on the 34th minute, so it was towards the end of the first half. It was a really smart, clever finish from Olivier Giroud after he was linking up on the edge of the box. It got played out wide to Ben Chilwell, who put a low cross, quite smart, low to, and then Olivier Giroud darted in front of the front man at the front post and managed to tuck it away with his head yet again. And now Olivier Giroud has now scored 10 goals in his last 10 games against Aston Villa. The El Ghazi goal came from a looping cross from Matty Cash, and El Ghazi was free at the back post after Jack Grealish, about a minute before the goal, he kicked Andreas Christensen. So Christensen went to tackle Jack Grealish, and as Christensen was pulling away or following through, Jack Grealish nipped him in the shin. Christensen went down, played the advantage for Aston Villa, who kept hold of the ball, as it did look like an Aston Villa foul for Aston Villa. But yeah, they played the advantage, it got knocked around, came to Matty Cash, who crossed it in for Anwar El Ghazi, who neatly volleyed it home through Mendy's legs. I'm a bit disappointed with the goal because it was obviously a foul, or I might be a bit biased, but it looked like a foul after a review. But VAR, I don't know if they checked it or if they didn't check it. They didn't count it out. It did look like a foul. I think it should not have been given, but hey, what can you do? Okay, so the wingers in this game were once again influential, and Christian Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi were two of the best players on the pitch. They were running at the defenders, which I think they did it, but I think they could have done it a bit more, just running with speed and pace at the fullbacks in Matt Targett and Matty Cash. They're putting in a lot of crosses, which is just getting a bit silly now. They're just putting in too many crosses and just hoping that someone in the middle can finish it. I think what we should try and do is knock it around on the edge of the box and wait for the openings, like what Man City do. Barcelona and Man City both do it. They've done it with Pep Guardiola. It's smart. Knock it around until the Aston Villa players wait for the mistake, get them tired, and then dink it over the top or just play it through the channel, and then maybe square it across or just shoot from it. Olivier Giroud was good once again. As we're putting so many crosses in the box, Olivier Giroud managed to tuck away one of them for the goal, and there were so many crosses that he could have probably, I don't remember any other chances that I would have expected him to score, but it was a bit better having Olivier Giroud up front instead of Tammy Abraham, with his aerial ability and the amount of crosses we put in the game. N'Golo Kante was doing what he does best, cleaning up and just win the ball back. Mason Mount had another solid performance, and Jorginho was kind of setting the pace in the number 6 role, but whenever him, Rudiger or Christensen got the ball, I was trembling. They were very shaky, and a few times Jorginho, it just seemed like he was trying to screw up our own team. Like he played it, I remember very clearly, he played it to Christensen while Christensen was under pressure, and he could have just walked out of the situation with the ball. He could have played it across to Mendy, but instead he decided to bring it down for Christensen, who was forced into the corner and then had to give away a throw-in, which I don't really like that. Ben Chilwell had a lot of fun down the left-hand side of the pitch. Butcher and Traore didn't have a fun time tracking back with Chilwell pushed so high up the pitch. He obviously got the assist for the Giroud goal and put in many more crosses. Like I said, Rudiger and Christensen both at centre-back. Not our first choice centre-backs, obviously. They didn't have the best of games. They didn't score, they didn't keep a clean sheet. Rudiger, I'd probably say, had the better performance out of both of them, purely because I know Christensen got fouled for it. It did look like a foul. VAR didn't give it for the goal I'm talking about. It allowed El Ghazi to stand free at the back post. Christensen kind of just firm it and get up and then defends the cross and then go down. I don't know, it just frustrated me. If that was Zuma or Thiago Silva, I think they'd get up and try and defend. Just a shame that led to the goal in the end. Mendy made a couple of good saves against Jack Grealish. Not really much he could do for the goal. It was neatly placed between his legs. He could have shut his legs, but obviously it was probably about a metre in front of him. He was expecting El Ghazi to completely smash it at the goal, where instead he just, it was a nice finish. He just tucked it between his legs. He did what was expected of him. Frank made 2 substitutes in this game, in Kai Havertz and Timo Werner. Timo came on for Giroud. He's played as an out-and-out striker, and he only had about 20 minutes, but he was doing good. It was good. He had a good performance. I wouldn't say a good performance, he didn't do anything. He had a nice pass that went through 2 legs, I think, to Christian Pulisic. Didn't really make much happen. He had a chance to shoot, but it was always against him as the angle was quite tight and the ball had just bobbled up, so it's hard to keep down. And Havertz, he was doing some nice fancy flicks. He almost gave the ball away for a John McGinn shot, but he decided not to take it on his right foot. Gave it away just on the edge of the box, which he's done before against Southampton and Crystal Palace, rememberably. And I was happy how Frank Lampard made his substitutions. He only made 2 out of the allocated 3. He didn't rush the substitutions, but he didn't leave them too late. About the 70th minute for both of the substitutions, and they were both attacking, showing that he doesn't want to sit back for a 1-1 draw against Aston Villa. Aston Villa also showed that they weren't going for the draw. They brought on a couple of attacking substitutions at the end in Keenan Davis and Jacob Ramsey, who his first touch, he brought it down, and then he had a shot curling into the bottom right hand corner, and it almost went in. It was so close. Mendy, he went to dive, it looked like it was going in, but luckily it just went wide. The game itself, the commentators decided the man of the match was John McGinn, whereas I probably would have given it to one of the Chelsea midfielders in N'Golo Kante. He was sweeping up just in front of the defence. He had a couple of pop shots as well, and I think he went under the radar in that game, but he allowed Chelsea to go forwards for all the chances we created. Overall, we had 60% possession compared to Aston Villa's 40. We had 16 shots with 5 on target compared to Aston Villa's 10 shots with 2 on target. We had 200 more touches than them in the game, another 250 more passes in the game. We had 11 corners compared to their 4, and out of those 11, we've been so dangerous from set pieces this season. Every single one seemed wasted. There was a disallowed goal from Cesar Azpilicueta after Mason Mount from a corner played it short to Callum Hudson-Odoi, crossed it in, Pulisic met it with a header, and it was cleared almost off the line by, I think it was Konza, and it dropped straight to Azpilicueta, who tucked it in the bottom corner. But right from the start, Pulisic was offside from Hudson-Odoi's ball, so the goal was disallowed. John McGinn also hit the bar from a blazing effort from way outside the box. it was nestling in the top corner, and at the end it just swooped up. Mendy just stood there watching, nothing he would have been able to do. There was so much power on it, and we kind of got let off the hook there. After that game, it leaves Chelsea in 6th place with Aston Villa in 5th place on goal difference. However, Aston Villa do have 2 games in hand. Chelsea's next game is against Manchester City on January 3rd, but Everton were meant to play Manchester City tonight at 8 o'clock, but the game was called off due to coronavirus outbreak in the Manchester City squad after Gabriel Jesus and another player tested positive on Christmas Day, and apparently it's gone through the squad and more players have tested positive, so the game got called off. And if it's really that serious, Chelsea's game against Manchester City might also get called off. However, it is in almost a week's time, so I think we'll be okay for it. It's going to be a difficult game playing Pep Guardiola's Man City, but I think we have what it takes. They're not in their best run of form, they've not had a great start to the season. They're not really lethal in front of goal anymore as much as they used to. I don't think Aguero's fit just yet, and even they've said themselves that they don't trust Gabriel Jesus to be their first choice striker. Okay, that is all for today. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, comment down below. Do you think it was a good game? I think we deserved the win. I think Aston Villa got a bit lucky with their goal, but I think they should have scored. It obviously hit the bar. I don't think the goal should have come the way it did, but they deserved a goal. We deserved our goal. I think we should have scored at least another one. Like I said, I think we should have won the game. Comment down below what you thought of the game, and goodbye.